Hello YouTube, Common Collector here, and today we have a very exciting video because the ban list has finally dropped. So for those of you guys who did not get the update, I actually did move this last weekend, so that's why for the last week and a half or so I haven't been uploading too many videos. So thank you guys for being patient with me. We are getting this close to 1,800 subscribers, which is amazing. So if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe if you guys have not already. I would really appreciate that. But unfortunately, the ban list, most of it did get spoiled for me. So this is going to be more of a ban list reaction-ish video, or just more of a discussion, I should say. So this is starting on February 7th. They do it a little bit different here in the EU. This is like where it comes from, I believe, than like how we do it in the Americas. If you guys are in Europe, we do it the other way. We go month, day, year, which is probably sounds really stupid because you're going like medium, small, big. But anyways, so starting on February 7th of 2022, and right away we have Arch Nemesis Protoss. Again, I'm really sorry that I got this spoiled for me. I was recording the video and then I was checking all my stuff and I found out that my sound was not working on my microphone. So joys of moving, I was doing this video super duper quick. So but Arch Nemesis Protoss, this was kind of a surprise to me. I was thinking that they would maybe wait another ban list. Basically one point that I brought up on the previous recording was that is like I think that with Protoss, a lot of people sort of argue that you have ways to out it, which is not always a great defense for a card that should be banned. You know, like you talk about stuff like, hey, Mystic Mine should be banned. Oh, but there's outs to it. Like yeah, but if you don't have the out, then you're just screwed. But with Protoss, I think that most people are already playing a lot of the outs in the main deck, not even just in like the side. Like you have your Effect Veiler, Infinite Impermanence, and all that stuff. Forbidden Droplet if that comes up on, like if you ended up going first or something. But yeah, still Protoss is still pretty harsh. I think that if this card would have gotten like an errata that says like this card needs to remain face up on the field or something in order for its effect to stay active instead of it being a lingering effect, then that would have been a lot better. But yeah, banned. Then we have Ava to 1. I thought that this was a really harsh move on the Drytron. The way that I was thinking Drytron hits would go was that they would keep Ava limited and that they would also limit the Mu Beta Fafnir, because then that would end up giving them less follow-up on the backspin for turn 3, because that's like the hardest part about against Drytron is like, as long as the Gamma is in the graveyard, if you can draw into another Drytron name, then you get the Gamma back out, go into another Mu Beta Fafnir, get your Ritual Spell back, and now you're all back into the game. So this was really interesting. I was hoping that they would go that route and then ban Scythe, which, spoiler alert for you guys out there, Scythe did not even get hit, nothing in that. We still see Max C here. There was a lot of speculation that Max C would come maybe to 1 on here. Samorg Bird of Sovereignty was an amazing hit. I really appreciated that. This is a card from Dual Overload that I just, for those of you guys who know, I just despise Dual Overload. There were too many broken cards in there. Union Carrier is another card that came out in Dual Overload, and it's sitting right there, right next to the Samorg Bird. So we have like Union Carrier. We've got the Selene Link monster, which is just a link climbing tool into Access Code Talker and a bunch of other stuff. We have Crystron Halka Fibrax, Anaconda, all of that stuff. And then there's also, I believe, the Mecha Phantom Beast, whatever card, I can't think of what it's named, Auroradon, that card is also in there. So that's good hit finally, because like the hardest thing is if you're against a bird up deck or whatever is using this, is that they get out the barrier statue and all that stuff, but then with the barrier statue, it still works during your end phase. So if you don't get rid of the Samorg Bird, then they can still do it during your end phase. I think this card would have been a little easier to deal with if it would have been during just your end phase, and but it's still super powerful. Just to get out the Samorg Bird or like the Mist Valley Thunderbird or Apex Avion. Imperial Order, fantastic hit. This card was a card that needed to get banned because basically the reasoning why this card saw so much play, because it wasn't seeing play for the longest time, and then all of a sudden everybody just sort of started realizing like all of these outs to out a board are, you know, like if your opponent has a huge board that you're trying to break through, the ways that you get around it is, you know, Cosmic Cyclone if there's a big floodgate. Well, if you use Cosmic Cyclone and they chain order, then you're screwed. And then you have Lightning Storm, you have Dark Ruler No More, Forbidden Droplet. All of those cards are designed to help player 2 players be able to break through boards, or else Forbidden Droplet kind of goes vice versa, being able to help protect your board. But yeah, Imperial Order banned, fantastic hit. But this ban list just keeps getting crazier and crazier because we have Destrudo, limited to 1. This card was banned. This is I believe it's a level 6 tuner dragon monster, which as long as it's in the graveyard can get you so much advantage. So I'm really, really surprised they brought this back to 1. And then next we have Fairy Tale Snow, which is another really interesting hit because this card lets you just fill up your graveyard so hardcore. So this was just another really, really interesting one. Let me know down in the comments if you guys know why these cards are coming off, because these are the two that I was just like, this was out of left field. I don't know if it's just because like they seem not as broken now, but I think with how good dragons are, I don't know, Destrudo just seems interesting. Then we're going to get on into Astrograph Sorcerer, and then probably one of my favorite moves on this list is Lunalight Tiger to 1. I think it would be really great if they would errata Lunalight Tiger to have a hard once per turn on its pendulum effect, because that's the reason why it got banned. Astrograph Sorcerer, pretty good on limited hit, just to help the pendulums a little bit more, because it was banned obviously, so now it's moved to limited. Lyrillist Recital Starling, a fantastic hit. This was the one that I was kind of calling on my prediction list over a month ago. This is just a card that gets you so much advantage and can be XZ summoned into super duper easily. So really, really solid hit there. I really, really appreciated that one. Monster Gate was one that I was really confused on, so I don't know where this came from. So if anybody knows where Monster Gate, like why this is why it's moved to limited, I would like to know, because that's just interesting. Pot of Desires to 1. I don't know how I feel about this one. I think that all of the pot cards that we've seen as of late could end up sort of having like a clock on them for when they will get limited and or banned, because like Pot of Desires, super good card. It works really fantastic in Sword Soul, because you play multiples of all of the really important cards, except for like Protoss and whatnot, which now Protoss is banned, but it's like, if you don't see the important cards right away, it doesn't matter. You're just trying to get to as much advantage as you can. That way you can set up an unbreakable board, and then it doesn't matter what you banished, as long as whatever you draw into is really good. The Pot of Desires hit here, it does hurt like Gren Maju. It hurts Virtual World, which still, again, makes sense they would hit this, because Virtual World has been getting better lately with like E-Tellian stuff coming unlimited, so that's pretty good. Then we're going to get on, this is just crazier. So we have Salamangrate Circle. So again, I mentioned the Salamangrates kind of got a hit with the Desires, but on the other end of things, they got Circle back to 2, which is amazing. That way the deck can, you know, find its resources that it really needs. So I think that was a really good give and take. Like, hey, we're going to take away your a bunch of your copies of Desires, but you get Circle back. Maybe we'll see Circle go to 3 on the next list, as long as Salamangrate doesn't spike into tier 1, which I don't think that it will. Hero Lives is really cool, and then Fusion Destiny going down to 2 is also just a really another nice hit. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning so much today. Then we have Nadir Servant. So I think like Nadir Servant and the Fusion Destiny kind of go hand in hand, where it's like you're just trying to hit the consistency of these decks that are using these cards. Nadir Servant going to 1 I think would be a little harsh, because the Dogmatica engine is so small. I think that it would need to get a little bit more support. Another Searcher or another like monster that can summon or special summon itself out. Because yeah, Nadir Servant, it's just like when you see it, it's amazing. If you don't see it, it's like you just don't really usually get into your Dogmatica engine. So I think that this is still fine. Fusion Destiny, it's crazy that, like, you know, so many people are playing this card at 3. It is a good hit to bring this down to 2. A Hero Lives to 2 is cool for all of the hero players. We have 3 hero cards, like, right in a row right here. That's kind of funny. Then Scapegoat to 2 is pretty cool. I don't know if we're going to see this go to 3 on the next list. I would assume so. So that's really cool as well. Then for our unlimited section, we have Danger Nessie. A lot of people saw this coming, as well as Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. I believe I talked about both of these in my prediction video last month. Skullgirbat Joker, another card that everybody was kind of seeing, and Emergency Teleport. I can't believe they actually did it, but they went for it. I thought that this would be a card that would take quite a while, but they put it to 2 on the last list, and now they put it to 3. So that's pretty crazy. Regeki, this was really funny. This was my first spoiler for this list. Usually I try to stay off my phone when I find out that a list is coming out, but then I got all these notifications on my phone that all of my Regeki copies that I have for sale on TCG Player all sold out. So I was like, maybe Regeki came off the list. I was like, that makes sense because, you know, we've had Lightning Storm for so long. It just makes sense to have Regeki end up coming to 3. So that made sense. And then all of a sudden I saw all those sales, and then it was just like, yep. So Skill Drain also coming to 3 is really interesting. A lot of people are really interested in this. This is going to help like Eldritch and stuff, like decks like that, really a lot. So it sucks because we didn't lose the Scythe. Everybody was hoping that Scythe would end up getting banned or something. But we did lose. We got rid of Protoss, and I feel like we got rid of another Floodgate. Why can't Imperial Order and stuff like that? But then they're bringing in Skill Drain, so it's like, what are you doing? We don't need more Floodgates. So I don't know why they were doing this, but it's also a trap card, so it's kind of slow sometimes. So maybe people won't play it. But guys, that is the list. So I'm really sorry that it had to go out this way. Again, I was filming and I didn't have my microphone on. I guess I should have double checked that. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, so and things are just a little hectic with my move to my new house. So also with my move, I do now have a P.O. box. So if you guys have anything that you guys want to send to the channel, whether it's like fan mail, if you guys have like bulk cards or anything, I know that I've seen a bunch of other Yu-Gi tubers like get cards sent in the mail from people, like really crazy OTS pulls or something. Just you do not feel obligated to send me anything ever, but the option is there. If you guys want to send me some fan mail, that's the biggest thing that I would want, and then maybe we'll do like an opening channel here or video here on the channel. If you guys do send in some fan mail and stuff, I will open it over here and read those for you guys on the channel. So thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know what I'm going to do with that video where I'm going through here with no sound on. Maybe it'll be a Patreon upload just for fun. But yeah, that's the reasoning why we had to do the video this way. But really crazy ban list, so many hits. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.